Welcome to Curiosity Didn't Kill podcast, your place for crystals, transformative energies, and bridging the gap between science and magic. I'm your hostess with the mostest, AshBae, your intuitive hype woman and magical mentor. It's my mission to help you discover your badass, unlock your power, and embrace your unique energy. Let's fall down the rabbit hole. Hello, lovelies. Oh my God. We have a podcast. Who else is excited as I am? Oh my goodness, you guys. So if you don't know who I am, my name is AshBae. I am a crystal energy worker, educator, and founder of Curiosity Didn't Kill. And today, episode 1 of our podcast, we are going to be talking about manifestation versus alignment. This is a hot topic because I feel like everyone's talking about manifestation, right? Whether you're on TikTok, whether you're in Facebook groups, or, what have you. You turn on the TV, there it is, manifestation, how to manifest, what to do. Oh, it's a full moon, we got to manifest. What does that mean? Depending on who you talk to, there's so many different ways to do this. So I'm gonna break it down for you. So to get into it, manifestation. If you're hopping on the TikToks, hopping on the social medias, a lot of the time you'll see a quick 30-second, 1-minute clip or picture with a description saying, hey, you should manifest by writing these things down, saying XYZ out loud, lighting a candle, all of those things. And I feel like there's a fine print to this that not very many people talk about, and with good reason. No shame, no hate to anybody whatsoever, because it takes so much more explanation, so much more getting into the weeds, but it's so key. It's a big part of manifestation that without it, your manifestations, your work, they're not going to work. So sometimes people will come to me and they're like, hey, it was a full moon 3, 4, 5 full moons ago. I'm manifesting this, whatever this is. And, it's not working. It's not coming into my life. So what's going on? What am I doing wrong? Did I not light the right color candle? Did I not wait till the right moon phase? No, love. It's not the candle, it's not the colors, it's not the moon phase, it's your energy. What do I mean by this? So, if you know me and if you know our work in Curiosity Didn't Kill, we're constantly talking about energy and maintaining your energy, how to do that, maintaining it. What the reason we do that is alignment. Oh my God, I can't say it enough times. I can't shout it loud enough how important alignment is. And if you're not in alignment, that's why your manifestations aren't working. So I bring you the idea, manifestation versus alignment. I personally don't view them as two separate things. You need alignment to get manifestations. Vice versa, you can manifest when you're in alignment. So we can call manifestation alignment, or maybe proof of alignment if you want. So how do we become aligned? What do we do? Why is it important to be aligned first and foremost? So we'll back it up here. So if you know our work for some time, I believe everything is energy, right? Our bodies are energy, the plants, the wind, the dirt, everything in this universe is energy, right? And energy interacts with other energy, creating more energy. It's all interactions, really. We're interacting with one another, whether we can see it or not. So your personal energy, your energy field specifically, is expensive. I like to view it as precious gems, precious crystals, if you will, because since we do a lot of work with crystals, I like to view it as the most beautiful, expansive, precious, shiny, glittery jewel you could possibly imagine. So if you can just picture that with me in your head, it can be blue, it can be red, green, whatever. So that is your energy, your gems. It's a precious resource. So I want you to think about what you might be giving your energy away to. I'll give you some examples. And I invite you to, if you're not in a place where you could write this down, revisit this podcast and then write these items down, whatever comes to mind. That's why I love journaling, because journaling really helps you track your progress in your journey and helps you go back and reread things, and you get these amazing aha moments. So what are you giving your energy to? And that could be anything from stress, arguments. Maybe it's a lack of confidence. So if you're at work and you're walking down the hallways and you're passing by some coworkers and you're like, man, do I look okay in this outfit? Is this outfit flattering? What do they think of me? Or if you hear someone whispering, or like, oh, are they talking about me? Your lack of confidence, you could be giving, that's part of your energy, and you can be giving that away to other people. Toxicity. Are you in a toxic work environment? Are you in a toxic relationship? Fear. This is an interesting one. I'll let you in. So on a personal level, a story about me, I was driving the other day and there was a big rig to my right. And then there was another big rig that was also next to me. And I instantly had this thought of like, oh no, like they're both so close to me. What do I do if like one of them starts coming over or stops abruptly, or, you know, there's just not a whole lot of room for me to do anything or move and get to safety. And I stopped myself. I was like, what the hell, Ash, are you doing? And I mean, that's not necessarily a bad or, what's the word? Like, it could be seen as not a bad thought to have, because you're thinking about your safety, right? You're thinking about like how to get out of danger's way, out of potential harm's way. But then I realized, why am I constantly, because this is not a one-off thing, why do I always feel the need to make sure I'm safe, to ensure my own safety, right? And then I kind of dove, I did like, you know, went deeper and deeper, fell down the rabbit's hole. And I came to the conclusion that I have been conditioned to be in survival mode. This was a holy shit, mind-blowing realization. And I was like, holy crap, this is like the root of some of my anxieties. I can't 110% say for sure all of them, but I'll definitely say confidently that it is the root of a lot of them. And it's just because I've been conditioned throughout my life that I need to ensure my own survival. I need to constantly be in survival mode. So we might not realize it, just like I didn't realize that, because if you were to ask me, hey, do you feel safe? I would just probably look at you funny and be like, yeah, of course I feel safe. Why would I not feel safe? I have a roof over my head. I'm loved. I'm supported. I have an amazing community. I mean, I have resources. I have food in the kitchen. Like, I have all the things that I think would make me feel safe when I think about it. So yeah, why would I not feel safe? Well, honey, my subconscious was running wild trying to ensure my safety, apparently. So that's what I mean when I say fear. It could be subconscious fear, and it might not be something that we think about. And that's why I implore you to do shadow work and to look into these things. Like, you know, we'll get into that later. We'll dive down the rabbit hole later in a bit. So what else are you giving your energy to? Closed minds. You know, if people don't think like you, or maybe they don't have like, you know, the widest view of thinking or seeing the big picture, does that frustrate you? Are you spending your energy trying to like get them to see your point of view or whatnot? Overly thinking. This is a big one, because I'm also right there with you. This is another one that me, and I'm sure many of you do, just constantly overthinking. I'm sure there's many of us that are in the same boat where we're like, as soon as I get up out of bed, my mind is going. My mind is 0 to 100 real quick. just always thinking, always on the go. But that is costing you your energy, right? It's chipping away at your precious, shiny, gorgeous gem, right? Or are you giving away your energy to yourself? So in this case, are you like investing in yourself? Are you giving yourself pieces of this amazing, beautiful, sparkly gem that is so insanely precious? Are you giving your energy to your dreams? Are you giving your energy to your goals? Are you giving your energy to your growth? And so we'll get back to what I was saying earlier about how a lot of these are not necessarily conscious things. A lot of these are subconscious things that we, in fact, don't realize. They're not necessarily sitting right on the surface. So if you're like, hey, well, how do I figure this out? One of the things that I have found that worked for me personally, and I think worked for other people, I have used this exercise, we'll call it, not only on myself, but for others that I've helped in energy work and energy transformations. So I call it energy audits. Energy audits. And that just means tapping into your feelings, getting in touch with your feelings. We're constantly in our head all day, going. And we're not really thinking about how we feel, So check in with yourself. Even if you have a really busy day and you're just on the go, whether you have a second, because you got to go to the bathroom, right? You're at least taking 30 seconds to go pee. I mean, I do it, go in there, whatever you got to do, just ask yourself, how am I feeling? Like, I'll check in and be like, hey, Ash, how are you feeling right now? And I'll have a little conversation with myself in my head, like, well, I think I'm a little tired. And then I'll like really think about it. Like, am I really tired? Or did maybe like a minutely stressful situation make me energetically tired? Did something take away my energy? So I'll kind of think about like the interactions that I've had that morning. And just like, it's an energy audit. Just go through the items real quick, like, and get to the bottom of how you're feeling in that moment. And it does help to write these things down. So again, if you can take a little journal with you, keep it in your bag or at your desk or whatever. So get in touch with how you're feeling. And then throughout the day, do more energy audits. So notice when something makes you, when you're triggered, for better or for worse. Triggers can be good, triggers can be bad, negative, positive. So if you're triggered and something makes you feel bad in a negative way, like if you feel upset, or if something stresses you out, know why. So jot down what happened and what exact action made you feel triggered, and then why you might feel triggered. So I like to try and think back of a time when I might have felt the same way. Usually there's a very prominent incident that sticks in our brains because our brains hold on to these negative instances that we like to learn from. We essentially say we live and we learn. So I'll think back to a time where I felt that way and I'll draw some connections, and eventually once you sift through that, there will be an answer. But the same goes for the positive. So if you're triggered in a positive way, say something makes you feel excited, you're filled with joy. Well, look at it. Like, why? Like, what happened? And why do I feel this? And when was a similar time that I felt this way? And that just helps you get back into your feelings. And then eventually you'll start being able to kind of weed out the negative ones and being able to recognize them before you even get into the weeds of them, and just saying, nope, this is taking up my energy. I am not going to do this today. I'm not having this conversation. Just nope. And what that action is boundaries. The lovely, hot phrase, boundaries. So when I like to describe boundaries, simply put, it's a yes or a no. And knowing what your yeses are, knowing what your nos are based on your values. So when you say yes to something, I want you to think of it like you're entering this contract with someone or something. You're saying yes to giving away your energy. You're saying yes to giving away some of your precious gems, your precious crystals, your shiny, bright, gemmy crystals, and you say yes. Whatever this thing or whoever it is that you're saying yes to deserves, and I feel comfortable and positively about giving you these precious gems, and I'm excited about it. No, on the other hand, saying no is having the boundary of, no, I will not give away these precious gems for whatever reason that might be. You don't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel worth it. Sometimes the price just might be too damn high. And I like to say, if something is costing you your peace, then the price is too damn high, Yeah, because our energy is precious. And, if it's something as small as, Jerry down the hall emailing you and wanting a list of XYZ that doesn't need to be done right now, telling Jerry, no, I will get to it when I get to it because it doesn't need to be done right now. Something like that. And again, this is usually easier said than done, but I do invite you to journal on your own personal circumstances, your own personal situations, and then figure out how you can navigate those boundaries and not give away your precious gems. So, why are we looking at what we're giving away our precious gems to, what we're spending our precious gems on? Well, this is all a part of alignment, right? Because we said those precious gems, your amazing crystal gems, are your energy. And when you give away that energy, you don't have the energy to bring in new positive things into your life. You don't have the energy to manifest, essentially. So that's why your manifestations aren't working, right? Does that make sense? I hope we're all on the same boat, on the same train. We're riding, we're in the convertible, we're going. So that's why we want to look at what we're giving our energy away to. What are we spending our time on? What conversations are we having? What thoughts are we telling ourselves in our mind? What feelings are we experiencing? So go through that energy audit that I was talking about. If we look at and think of the law of attraction, right? So in the law of attraction, positive equals positive, like equals like. Essentially, what you put out is what you're going to get back in. And you're in, what you get back, is essentially what you're manifesting. So whether you intend to or not, you are always manifesting. I'll say that again. Whether you intend to or not, you are always manifesting. What does this mean? So essentially, this means that subconsciously or consciously, you're always bringing things into your life. You, in essence, are creating your own reality, right? You're setting up your own building blocks. You're paving your own path, whether you know it or not. So we have to really, really be careful of the things that we look at, the things that we spend our time on, the things that we think, the things that we say, because we're not taught to look at these minor things. And I mean, they're minor in the sense of, I guess social norms, in the sense of what most people think of as minor, but really they're very, very big. They're major things, because that is what is paving our way. It's our building blocks. Our energy is everything. And that comes back to energy is everything. Everything is energy. So I hope you're with me. So if we look at the law of attraction, what you put out is what you get back in. So again, if we're spending our time feeling tired, depleted, stressed out, you're going to get those feelings back in. You're going to get the energy of anxiousness, the energy of fear, the energy of all these negative things, feeling tired. you're bringing that back into your life. It's all kind of like a 360. It comes back around. And this might sound weird to some people, if you're not already on board with like the law of attraction and whatnot. You might be like, so you're telling me if I get pissed at Jerry down the hall, then I am essentially bringing in, it's my own doing, I'm bringing in more feelings of frustration into my life? And yes and no. So I wouldn't say it's as simple as that. I would not ever say, hey, it's your fault that you are frustrated and bringing in more feelings of frustration into your life. No, I would never tell anybody that. But I will say, if you're spending your energy, right, on being frustrated with something that you don't need to be necessarily frustrated about, and if you have the ability to breathe through that moment and let it go and walk through it with grace, then I think the situations, and even just during that day, moments in that day, you will feel more at peace than you will if you were frustrated. Does that make sense? So if you carry the feelings of frustration through your day because you're frustrated at Jerry down the hall, you're going to carry those feelings of frustration with you. And sometimes those feelings of frustrations build, and it's like building blocks, one on top of the other, because you got Jerry that's frustrating you. Maybe you got Martha down the other hall who's now frustrating you. And rather than moving through those moments with grace and trying to not be so frustrated, you're building blocks of frustration. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So that's what I would say in regards to how law of attraction works. What you put out is essentially what you get back in. So when you are in alignment and you're putting out higher vibes, positivity, feelings of happiness and joy, gratitude and love, you're going to get high vibrational things back into your life. And the same thing if you're manifesting even just money. Money is energy. That's all it is. Money is energy. Like when you have positive vibes that you put out, you're getting positive vibes back in. And that could very well mean money or a better job. Whatever that means to you, whatever you want to manifest. So that is why we want to be in alignment. And that's also why some would even venture to say that when we're not living in alignment, we're living on someone else's terms. I'll repeat that. When we're not living in alignment, we're living on someone else's terms. So let that sink in for a second. We're not building our own personal building blocks, our highest self's building blocks, right? We're laying down the blocks that someone else has put in front of us. So whether that's Jerry making you frustrated, he set those frustration building blocks in front of you. So we're living in that moment by Jerry's terms. We might be living by someone else's views when we might not be living by our values. So what do you value in life? What kind of boundaries can you create regarding or surrounding your values? You might even feel like you're wearing a mask to the world. You're not presenting yourself as your true self, your highest self. That doesn't necessarily mean putting yourself out there and going to sing karaoke on a Friday night, but that just means showing up honestly, who you really are, because there really is only one of you and you're amazing. If no one's told you yet, you just gotta flex that, show that. The world wants to know. We want to see who you truly are. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's badass. So show up as you are. Take off that mask. Do as you say. So if you feel out of alignment, maybe you're not practicing what you preach. And this can come up in, if you're an entrepreneur in your own business, maybe you're a yoga teacher and you're trying to say, do the yoga practice. This is how I wake up and do a morning routine, but maybe you don't do it yourself. So essentially practice what you preach, live in alignment with what you are saying is your truth. Live your truth. Take time to reflect. This goes back to what I was saying about that energy audit. And it's so, so, so important. And I understand that we're racing home after work. You have 1,000 things to do. You're picking up the kids. You're getting them to softball. You're picking up dinner. You're going to the grocery store. Oh shit, you still gotta go to the gym and work out. And then I have to still pick up the kids and go home. And now they need help with homework. And we're going. But we need to stop, Again, I know, easier said than done, but reflection and that energy audit is so, so, so important, right? Because what you're putting out is what you're getting back in. So you really want to take that moment. Again, even if you're just going to the bathroom, the journal, type a note on your phone. You can do a voice memo and just check in with yourself. Like, hey, how's it going? How am I feeling right now? What's going on? How can we adjust, realign, And I'll give you another analogy to take a look at here regarding energy. So if manifestation is a destination, right? Like I want to do this. I want to go here. I want to visit this place. I'm bringing it into my existence. I'm bringing it into my life. Well, how do I get there? What's my mode of transportation to this place, this magical, amazing place? Your energy is your mode of transportation. Your energy is your vehicle. It's the car that you are going to get there. And like a car, our energy is the battery, right? And the battery needs to recharge. Without the battery, it doesn't matter how much gas is in the tank. It doesn't matter what food you ate, what supplements you took, how many yoga classes you took, you need to replenish your energy. You need to maintenance your energy. And that is going to essentially power the car, power your mode of transportation to get you to your destination, to get you to your manifestation. And this is something that I'm so, so passionate about, again, because I don't think that it's really talked about enough. It's visited enough. I think a lot of the time people are just talking about manifestation. They're like, oh, envision this before you go to sleep, or say these 3 things when you wake up in the morning, or write this thing down while lighting a gold candle, whatever. And I'm not knocking those things. I think all of those things are great, but you gotta start at the foundation. You gotta start with yourself and your energy first before you can do any kind of those practices, right? So we're getting our foundations going before we can do energy work. And that is why essentially I created our entry to crystal energies course, because I'm introducing you how to do the work, how to do energy work. But before we get into the more, I would say, advanced things like lighting those colored candles, or, doing energy work under the full moon, I want to take you back to you, take you back to yourself, your energy. Do work on yourself first. Do those energy audits. And during this course, I take you through how we maintenance our energy with crystals. And it's absolutely fabulous, because not only do I just tell you how to do it, but we're going to do it together. So it's going to be me, you, the crystals, and our energy. All of us doing the work together. So this is ground 1. This is step 1. This is how we get there. This is how we get to our destination, to our manifestations. And that is manifestation versus alignment. So again, to recap, I would invite you to take a look at your energy. Do your energy audits. What are you giving away your energy to? What is lighting you up? What is making you excited? What makes you feel passionate? What brings you joy? What's triggering you? What makes you feel upset? What makes you feel any kind of way? Audit that energy. What are your values? Take a look at your values. Do you have boundaries around those values? And last but not least, please remember, if something or someone is costing you your peace, then it is too damn expensive. Thank you guys so much for journeying with me today. I had a blast and I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to leave down in the show notes that course that I was telling you about, Entry to Crystal's Energy. That is our groundwork for energy work numero uno. And I am so excited. I can't wait to see you there. Till next time, beautiful. I'll talk to you later. Adios.